Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to Moon Directed. I'm Maggie. At this channel, we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move ourselves forward in the most positive way possible. And so I like to start with a little conversation started with Spirit, from Spirit. Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. And let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on. If this is the first time you've been to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Stick around, see if there's something you like. If you are a subscriber, if you've liked, you've shared, you've commented, thank you for helping grow my channel. So you have your card, Cancer. You have Chariot. The Chariot is moving forward while trying to keep things in balance. It's rapid movement. It's often, there's a victory with it. I mean, look at him go. This is very cool, and I wish I was that good. Okay, so you're navigating through the bumps and the tricky parts, and it looks like there's a team effort here. There's a definite leader. There's spirituality involved. There's loyalty. You're climbing the mountain. You've had some stuff going on, but you're getting there. Now, this full moon that we just had was in your third house of communication, and you might find that had a little bit of an end of a, oh my gosh, I have a lot of Cancer going on in my, Cancer is, I have Sun, I have Venus, I have Mercury, and apparently this full moon means I can no longer talk. So we're just going to move forward. So, all right, so it is this moon on Sunday. We walk into the week with it in your fifth house of romance. I got there on Saturday, and so that's a nice, comfortable energy, and it allowed you an opportunity to really look for the beauty and the joy in your romances, in your life. This is also creativity, creative projects. This is children. This is love. It's fun. It's just good stuff. It's enjoyable energy. But let's go ahead and get you a card here from the Magical Mermaids. And so you have a new dawn. The worst is behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. And if you look at this card, that looks like a positive new experience on the horizon. And if the worst is behind you, it's because you're moving forward in a very balanced way. You're keeping it together. Good job. Good job. All right. On Monday, the moon moves into your sixth house of your day-to-day activities, your routine, your health. Are you taking care of yourself? Do you need to go get a checkup? That kind of stuff, okay? And so it is Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is always looking for higher knowledge and higher information, and so really take a look around. Is there something in your life, in your routine, that maybe you feeling you need to be a little more resilient with? Maybe you've been feeling dragged down and you need to turn around and look and see that you actually have new growth coming. Maybe you're feeling a little weighted down. There's a wisdom that comes with this energy here in the Sagittarius moon. It gets there at 4:19 in the afternoon on Monday. So really this is, you know, later in the day on Monday, all day Tuesday and Wednesday is a really good opportunity for you to see what in your life are you resilient about, what have you learned, what are you grateful for. I mean, you're moving forward and you're in this balancing act, right? This balancing act of trying to keep everything together with all this group activity that's going on. And sometimes that's a little stressful. So look for the joy in it, look for the wisdom in it, look for the what are you learning, what's on the new horizon for you. And it says passion and pleasure, savor your life, right? So sometimes it feels a little overwhelming, but it's exciting. I mean, honestly, if you're climbing a mountain, that's exciting. If you're sitting there on the razor edge of a skateboard going through the streets, that's kind of exciting, right? So there's joy in it. There's work, yes. Is it routine? It doesn't have to be so routine. It's just stuff you're doing that seems ordinary. And so finding the passion and the pleasure in it makes it so much more fun. He's probably just on his way to work, right? But he's taking a skateboard to get there because it's fun. It's a fun way to get there. And, you know, I don't know why they're climbing the mountain, but maybe it was a team building exercise, and they're like, we need to do a team building exercise. Oh, let's go scale a mountain, right? So I want you to keep in mind that you are being protected on Thursday when the moon moves into Capricorn in your seventh house of partnerships. That could be intimate partnerships. such as your significant other, or it could be if you're in a business with somebody, a one-on-one business, but you have divine protection. You're being protected. So that's lovely energy because there's some sort of a resistance. There's something that you either need to push through to get there. So maybe if you're climbing a mountain, you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know if we'll ever get there, and you have to just keep pushing and pushing to get there. Or maybe other people are resisting your direction, the guidance that you're giving. There's some kind of resistance. You'll know where it is in your life, but you're being protected. You're being protected during this time of resistance. And so I'm going to get you a little guidance on that. I do want to give you a heads up that on Friday, Venus, who rules Taurus and Libra, so money and love, gets into a square with Uranus, which is at the last degrees of Aries and getting ready to move into Taurus. And so the last degrees are always really powerful, and it's where it culminates. And anyways, they're kind of having a tense conversation. And so look out for that at home over the weekend, that you're not having a fight about love or money. Just a little heads up on that. So you have dragonfly luck. Allow the riches of abundance to come in unexpected and wonderful ways. And really, if you look at what's going on here as he's skateboarding, you know, he's on a busy city street, and yet there's flowers popping up. There's unexpected beauty. So look for the unexpected moments. They're scaling this mountain, and it's a hard climb, and they're cresting the top. And when they get to the top, they'll get to look at the valley below and go, wow, that's beautiful. And meanwhile, there's the eagles are flying around them. If they look up, they can see them. And dragonflies, to me, always represent spiritual opportunities and spiritual growth. And so you have spiritual luck here with the dragonfly luck. So look up, look around, find the beauty in the moment. It's there. You might feel like there's a lot of resistance to get there, but it's there. Find the passion and the pleasure, right? Find the passion and the pleasure. So that's pretty good. Remember, the worst is behind you, and new experiences are on the horizon. So make them fun. Make them exciting. Do what you want to do. Find the joy in the small moments. And for a little guidance for the weekend. So the weekend, the moon is in the position of surrender and release. And so when you push through the resistance, when you surrender to your innate knowledge, when you surrender to the higher power, when you surrender to divine timing, when you just go, okay, all right, I know you've got this, and you just let go of the wheel, then that release brings in the joy. There's peace in that, and there's comfort. And usually when you do that, you can't imagine how much help you can get. Okay, so Cancer, you're getting a little warning here, and I just want to check on what this is. All right, so first card you have out is caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. So let's take a look at this. We got this guy here careening around, trying to stay in balance, looking for the joy and the pleasure, right? There's joy and the pleasure on both of these things, but they're both kind of risky ventures. So Spirit is asking you, even though you're being guided and there is luck at hand, just to maybe slow down a little bit, not go so fast, right? This one took a lot of planning. This doesn't look like there was much planning involved. He just took off, but there's a lot of skill and practice. So I pulled a couple more cards to find out if we could figure out what you need caution about. Excuse me. It says here, patience. Now is the time to learn and study and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So, wisdom. With that moon in Sagittarius. So, when the moon is in Sagittarius, that's in your 6th house of your day-to-day activities. So make sure you're taking a look around to see what it is that you need to know, because by the time we get to this part, this is in your house of transformation. And so before you start making any big changes, you're being encouraged to get more knowledge and more information. So be a little patient. It says you are at the end of a cycle of your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you into your next steps, and happiness awaits you now. So, whatever this is, the worst is over. It says here the worst is over. So there's a cycle here. And it's not been easy. It's not been easy. Look for the small joys. Don't make any big moves. And, okay, so Cancer. We are in Mercury retrograde shadow. Let's talk. Let's talk about that because it's in the water signs. And I think this is why we're being cautioned to wait. Okay? To not make any major big moves. So, when Mercury is in retrograde, it depends on where the nodes are. Right now, the North nodes is Cancer, and so the water signs are getting all the Mercury retrogrades this year. Yay, yes. Last year they were in fire, and when they were in fire, I don't know about you, everybody's like, oh, Mercury retrograde. I was like, yeah, it's not bothering me. Okay, but this time I have Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus all in water. So, yeah, I'm going to feel it. So, I'm prepared. So, what is it? It's an opportunity to look back over like the last 4 months and review, re-edit, revise, research. Anything that starts with re during retrograde is probably applicable, especially if you are a water sign this year. So, you are being encouraged to get a little more information. Don't just jump in there. We're in the shadow period, so it's going to start affecting you. It doesn't actually go retrograde until the 5th of March, and then it stays retrograde until it goes direct on March 28th, and then we're in the shadow for like another 10 days out. So, is it 10? I think it's something like that. Anyway, I didn't look at how far. I haven't gotten into April yet. So, okay, that's what's going on. So, slow down, take a look over stuff. Don't go jumping into anything that's going to be a big transformation in your life. So if this has to do with your health, which it could, right? Because we're looking at, this looks like a big portion of the week has to do with that. And that full moon was in communication. So it could have to do with health. It could have to do with work. Maybe you're looking for a new job. Maybe you've been offered a new job opportunity and you need to take a better look at the contract. Whatever it is, just... they say don't buy anything new, don't travel, don't sign contracts. You can do all that. But don't just jump in and do it. Don't rush into it. Make sure you're reading the fine print. Make sure you're looking it over, that you're reviewing it. Have someone else take a look at it if you need to. If, you go to the doctor. Okay, so for instance, I have to have some oral surgery. I could either wait till August, or I could take the appointment they gave me in March. Even though it's retrograde, I'm like, I'll take the March one. Like, I don't want to play that Russian roulette, right? Another R word. So you kind of got to look at things that way and figure it out. All right. So just be slow, read through it. It's not going to be. I don't want you to panic. Panic's the worst thing you can do in a stressful situation, right? And so I think, just slow down, drive carefully, a little more carefully than usual, I say to myself. Yeah. I am definitely this guy on the road from time to time, right? On the razor thin edge of, is that a good idea? So kind of just look at what you're doing and, just review things and go over them again. And free yourself from the pain. So again, it's red, free yourself from the pain. So I'm wondering if this is a health issue or if your job is a pain, right? Because it's not a career, it's a work. And so it could be something about the routine. Maybe it's the way you get there, and maybe you need to find another route, or maybe you have a job that's not exactly, you love the career, but you don't love that place of business, something like that. So take a look around your life and see where it is that you're feeling uncomfortable, and start doing the research to see how you can make it better. And just don't jump in, but keep moving forward. Right? We are definitely supposed to be moving forward, and just maybe with a little more caution than this guy's doing, right? Okay? All right. So I will see you back here next week. You take care, and don't fall off the skateboard, right? Okay.